My girlfriend made an offhand comment about how she got pregnant, and I realized I never actually knew the truth about that night. We were 3 beers into our daughter Junie's 3rd birthday party when my future sister-in-law asked the question every parent gets asked, "How'd you two find out?" My girlfriend Marisol laughed and said the only good thing that came out of that whole Denver disaster was finding out she was pregnant with this one, and pointed at Junie, face down in a slice of cake. Everyone at the table laughed. I didn't. In 4.5 years together, she had never once said Denver. The story I knew was that she found out on a Tuesday morning in our old apartment, standing in the bathroom with a stick in her hand, that she woke me up crying. That story had a bathroom in it. It had me in it. It never had a work trip in it at all. I run a small electrical company. She sells surgical devices, always on a plane. We met at a wedding, moved in together within a year. I proposed after Junie was already walking. Her old company, Corlin Surgical, sent flowers the week Junie was born, signed by her old boss, a guy named Roland who'd mentored her early in her career. I thought it was a nice touch. I didn't think about it again for 3 years. That night, after Marisol fell asleep on the couch, I scrolled back through our old texts to the September Junie was conceived. There was our anniversary weekend at the cabin, matching the story I knew. Then, 2.5 weeks later, a text from her. Stuck at DEN, delayed flight, don't wait up. She had never once called it a Denver trip in 4.5 years. In the morning I asked her, casual, over coffee, was Junie's timing that Denver trip you mentioned yesterday? She went completely still. Why does that matter? It was 3 years ago, she said, and got up like the conversation was already over. I let it sit for 4 days before I called Colette, her old college roommate, fishing for details for a baby book I claimed I was making. Colette went quiet, then said, "You should really ask Marisol about that." I said I did. She brushed me off. Colette said, "Then maybe there's a reason for that," and got off the phone fast. I tried Marisol one more time, gentler, over dinner at the Italian place we always go to. I asked if that work trip had been a hard week for her. Her fork stopped halfway to her mouth. "Work trips are always hard. That's why they call it work," she said, with a laugh that didn't reach her eyes. I said I just wanted to talk about it, and she said, "Can we please just have a nice dinner?" in a voice with an edge under it I'd never heard before. 2 mornings later, I noticed she'd started keeping her phone face down on the counter instead of face up, the way she always had. 2 weeks later, looking for our marriage license paperwork in the filing cabinet, I found a folder I'd never seen. Corland, personal, in her handwriting. Paperclip to the front, a business card. Whitfield and Cross LLP, Employment Council. I put it back exactly where I found it and didn't say a word. That night, I finally asked her straight out. Something is off with this Denver thing and I can't stop thinking about it. Her face closed like a shop pulling its gate down at the end of the day. "There are things that happened before I met you that I don't talk about," she said, "and I need you to respect that." Then she stood up so fast the chair scraped the floor and shut our bedroom door, quiet and final. I slept on the couch for the first time in our relationship, staring at the ceiling fan, running the math on a cabin weekend and a Denver trip 2.5 weeks apart. By 2 a.m., I'd landed on the thought I hated myself for having. What if Junie isn't mine? A few days later, I reached out to an old coworker of hers, Ainsley, told myself I just wanted to catch up. 2 drinks into an airport bar, I asked if she remembered that Denver conference Marisol went to, way back before we were serious. Her whole posture changed. That's when Ainsley said she still felt guilty for not doing more the year it happened with Roland, then caught herself and begged me to forget she'd said it. I already knew that name. It was signed on the card that came with the flowers. Full story is only on Spotify. Search LomuStories and follow.